All right, so we're going to be talking about the ASHRAE safety group right here. ASHRAE is the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, Air Conditioning Engineers. All right, so if we look at the left side, you see low flammability, slight flammability. That says slight flammability. I'm not going back and editing that. It's supposed to say slight flammability, low flammability, and then high flammability. So no flammability, slight flammability. Yeah, I'm not going back and editing that. All right, low flammability and high flammability. And then as we go over to the two columns, it's lower toxicity and then higher toxicity, right? So as you go from left to right, it goes from low to high. Now, sometimes something like refrigerant R134A, it has low flammability and it has no flammability and low toxicity. But here's the thing. It has an effect on GWP, which is global warming potential. So sometimes they might pick something that's an A3 over an A1, even though it has high flammability, because it's better for the environment. So when we're talking about lower toxicity and higher toxicity, we're talking about its effect on humans. But here's the thing. So although it may have a lower effect on humans immediately, it has a worse effect on the environment, which in the end harms humans at a larger scale at a later date. So this is just a classification just to determine. So I kind of put these little emojis here to kind of tell a story. So like in reality, you would start at the A1 and you'd go up. And as you go up, you're increasing the inflammability, right? But it's still a low toxicity. And then you would go over to this last column, right? B1 going up to B3. And now you're in a higher toxicity level. And then as you're going from B1 to B3, you're also increasing the flammability. So A1 is significantly, for the most part, initially safer than a B3. B3 is going to be the highest flammability and toxicity. So it's kind of like A1 is like, it's low flammability, low toxicity. It's kind of like you're on a date, right? You're just feeling each other out. There's insecurities here and there, but you just tough it through. You're like, this is the person I'm interested in being with, months down the road, maybe a year. You guys move in. So now you're at A2L. So it's like a slight flammability, lower toxicity. You guys are each other's best representative. You know what I'm saying? You're playing your part. Another year or two down the road, you guys get married, right? The flammability is increasing, but the toxicity is still kind of low because you guys are, you're going with a little bit of the charade, right? Until you guys realize, oh, he don't pick up towels, and you're like, oh, she's not doing dishes, but it hasn't really started yet. Or maybe you notice it, but you keep it to yourself. And then A3, the kids come along because you already got the house, you already got the rings, and now you guys are starting to bring in kids, right? But then 3 to 5 years later, now we're at B1. B1, now you guys are sleeping in separate beds. All right, now the toxicity is now higher, but the low flammability is none because there is no fire in your guys' life. You guys can't stand each other, right? But now we're on B2L. Now we're starting to get cops involved, lawyers, judges, private investigators. You're at each other's throat, right? And now you're on B2, higher toxicity and low flammability, but the flames are increasing. But now the only person suffering is your kids, because now you guys are wasting so much money and time suing each other and being at each other's throat. And now those kids, they got less money, and guess what else? Now they're not going to college either, right? And you get finally to the B3, and now you guys are at each other's death. Not each other's death, at each other's throat until the death, right? And now there's a reason that there's only one tombstone, is because now you guys are so broke that you guys can only afford one casket, right? So now little Billy and little Shonda, now they're out there, moving dime bags, trying to pay for community college, because the toxicity at B3 and B2 has gone up so much from A1 that, there's not much else to do. So this is how I kind of remember it. Nah, I just made this up for you.